Not a turtle. That's something. Are you kidding me? What is going on, guys? So this video was filmed last weekend, but I'm doing an intro now because the video was very scattered. I went to a lot of different places, but it was a good time. Stay tuned. Every single one of them is like really beat up. Like, look at the marks on that one, and this one especially. Like, look at that. What in the world happened? I think people do bow fish these carp, and maybe they just like scrape them and miss. I don't know. Like this one too has a big wound right there. And you know, I like carp, I really do. I don't like to kill them, but I am trying to load up on bait so I can try to catch some monsters before it gets too cold. So these should last me a good while, depending on if the turtles are hungry. But we're gonna go ahead and cut the smaller one up and throw out some baits. I haven't seen any roll yet, which I don't like, but oh yeah, there's one. All right, perfect. Alrighty guys, first bait is going out. This is the smallest piece of carp, still a giant could bite that. And I have seen a couple big ones come up over by the pumps, but I still want to get a bait over to the left. Literally one of the biggest gar I've ever hooked in my life was over to the left. So water's clear today, but yeah, let's check our knot and then go ahead and chunk this thing out there. Alrighty, I'm putting the head of the carp on this one. And I think what I'm gonna do with this bait is just throw it straight out in front of me. There are some snags, which I'm not a fan of. So hopefully I don't lose this bait, but I think if we can keep it in place and not mess with it too much, we'll be okay. I have tagged, I think, 4 or 5 gar in here, so we very well could catch a tagged fish. Gosh, the water is clear today. Oh, there's a carp. Alrighty guys, so I moved down because it is very hot outside and I saw a really big one come up, easily over 6 feet, right around here. So I'm thinking that the fish are trying to find some shade, as am I. So let's go ahead and throw these baits out. Yeah guys, I am pretty positive that is a fish. Usually you can tell it's a fish when they're swimming kind of off the bottom, so the cork's kind of like tilted. Usually when it's a turtle, they just kind of bob it up and down. Why has the fish dropped it? Why? I don't know. That is really aggravating. It was the first bite of the day that I knew was a fish. Sucks. Still got a good chunk of bait though. Alrighty guys, I'm at a new canal. I say new canal, it's just a different canal. And I parked in front of, not even in front of this person's house, like kind of to the side. And some old lady, like literally 6 houses down, was sitting there taking pictures of me on the phone with someone. So if my truck gets towed, I'm gonna be pissed. But I don't think I was doing anything wrong. We're gonna find out. But anyways, let's go ahead and get some fresh bait on. Last time I was here, I lost a really big gar, and that was due to a snag, unfortunately. This is a really snaggy spot. So we're gonna see how it goes, and hopefully we can just catch a fish. Alrighty guys, this is my final spot of the day. This is where I caught, actually the exact spot I caught my 7-footer. And I may have just seen that fish come up. That was a gargantuan fish. So let's get some fresh bait put on and let's just hope we can get a bite, man. I haven't had anything all day with turtles. So hopefully we can pull it off. Yeah, I just saw another one come up. There's a lot of fish here. Well, I say there's a lot of fish here. There's maybe 10 to 20 big ones in the canal, but you think there's so many because they come up for air and they kind of expose themselves. Like, you never think there's 50-pound catfish in here because you can't see them. But yeah, enough ranting. Let's get a bait on. I've never seen a school of bass, but that was literally a school of like 100 baby bass. That's crazy. Alrighty guys, been here, what, almost 2 hours now? And we finally got a run. Been seeing some serious monsters come up. I'm hoping this is a big one. I really hope it's not a little 4 to 5 footer. I want to get a giant. When this fish takes off again, if it is a fish, not a turtle, I'm gonna go ahead and set the hook. Come on, don't be a turtle. Oh my gosh, it was way over there. It was a turtle. It is 7 p.m. and you will never believe it. Let's freaking go, man. I've been sitting here for hours. I started fishing at 10 a.m. and I haven't caught a fish all day. So if I can get this, whatever this is, lean in my line, I will be extremely happy. That was literally a 6'5" plus. They're everywhere. They're just not biting. It's really bizarre. And I'm worried that this fish, or whatever this is on, is a turtle. I feel like I've earned it today to catch a big one, but it's just how it goes. Guys, we got one on both rods. We got one on both rods. I don't even know if this one was a fish, but I think that's definitely a fish. Should I just set it? I think it's a turtle. I think he's going to the bank. Big fish. Big fish. Or a huge turtle. One of the two. I think it's a fish though. If it's a turtle, it's gargantuan. I think it's a giant turtle, guys. I think it's a giant turtle. Yeah, this is a massive turtle, y'all. Giant turtle, oh my gosh, what the hell? Oh, something just picked up the carp head. Something just picked up the carp head. Oh my gosh, what is going on? What is going on, guys? That's a fish. And if that truly is a fish, guys, that's freaking massive. Go that way. Go this way. Yeah, this was a freaking turtle. All right, whatever picked up that carp head is still on. We're gonna let him take it for a little bit. Reeled up the slack on this and I felt a huge head shake. I think this is a giant gar. And this is my worst reel and a 7-foot medium heavy rod. So this will be interesting. But this rod is what I caught my 7-footer on, so I'm kind of superstitious with it. I threw the carp head purposefully on this rod and I think it's about to all pay off. I swear on my life, I just saw that 7-footer, or a 7-footer. That was one of the biggest fish I've ever seen in my entire life. Holy sh**. Oh, there's a 5-footer. But gosh, guys, there's a monster right here. Out of this whole canal, it's here at the same time as me, and I have 3 baits out, so if I don't get bit, man, I don't know what's going on. Alrighty guys, today we are fishing an all freshwater bayou. There's a lot of catfish in here, bowfin, gar, and where we're at is actually a narrow point of the bayou, and it keeps going down and it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it stops. So this spot isn't necessarily full of gar or fish at all really, but they do come down to spawn, get food and all that stuff, and I have seen gar in here over 7 feet. And my buddy caught one that was 6'1". I've caught a 6-footer. There's some big fish in here. Unfortunately today the water is low, and I feel like when the water's high, they get pushed in, but I've had some crazy catches out here when the water is low, specifically alligator snapping turtles. This is the only spot that I can count on regularly catching them because they're just so rare now. But we're gonna go ahead and get some carp out and some cut bait and just see what we can get today. Hey guys, I'm sitting here thinking about how there's literally no fish in here. And as I'm thinking that, we get a run. It stopped, it pulled line and stopped, but this bait is huge. So if this is a gar, it's not moving. Yeah, there's nothing on there. That was weird. Maybe a turtle. All right, guys, we had something taking a tiny bit of line. Oh, now it's moving. Oh, it's really moving. Oh, what just happened? He broke the rigging floss. Or no, he didn't. The bait just came, what? Alrighty guys, so we're back at the house and we caught absolutely nothing. I fished yesterday from 9 a.m. till 8 p.m., caught absolutely nothing. And so it's tough out here. I think the gar are really skittish because it's starting to cool down a little bit, but we are gonna throw some lines out here while we have a few drinks and swim. I've caught gaspergoo in here, gar, catfish, all sorts of stuff. So we could catch some really cool things. But anyways, let's get some lines out and see how we can do. First, we're putting out this little piece of gizzard shad. And I have caught a ton of bass in here using cut shad. I don't know why. So that's a good possibility. Here we go. Oh yeah, I still got it. Yeah, might be a turtle. That's something. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Dude, are you kidding me? He didn't even swallow it. That was on a dead shad. All right, well, after an entire day of catching absolutely nothing, we caught this bass on a dead gizzard shad. And I don't know why or what it is about this pond, but I constantly catch bass on dead shad. It's weird, but I'll take it. I mean, I've caught nothing recently, so glad to finally get a fish. We're gonna go ahead and get a release on her, and hopefully we see her another day. Go get big. Alrighty guys, that concludes this video. Absolutely ridiculous time fishing. It was so tough. I fished for I think 10 hours the first day, and then me and my buddy Jake fished for 4 hours. No, like 7 hours the next day with nothing to show for it but that bass. But I'm really glad I caught that bass, and usually I don't care about bass, but I'm happy I caught it. I put in a lot of time. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next fishing video.